may know him as the Winter Soldier, but football fans know him as Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Let's take a deep dive into what analysts really think about the star quarterback. Chris Simms played quarterback for the University of Texas and was drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the third round of the 2003 NFL Draft. Simms also spent time playing for the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. Since Josh Allen entered the league, his stock has only gone up. Every year, Allen has climbed up Chris Simms' list of top 40 quarterbacks. In 2019, Allen debuted on the list at number 23 and then moved up to number 18 the next year. The big jump came in 2021 when Allen moved all the way up to the number 2 spot. For this year, Simms discussed on his podcast Chris Simms Unbuttoned why he put Allen in the number 1 slot. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL right now, Simms said on his podcast. There's no doubt no one is asked to do more for their team on a weekly basis than him. He has the strongest arm in football. Other than Lamar Jackson, he is the best running quarterback in football. I don't even think that's debatable. He's the most physically gifted quarterback in the game, too. To me, where he separates himself from Mahomes right now is he can play within the offense a little bit more consistently. Mahomes is already an all-time great, and I think Josh Allen is starting to go in that area too. Stephen A. Smith is a sports television personality, sports radio host, and sports journalist. He's a commentator on ESPN's First Take, where he appears with Molly Karam. He's loud, he's opinionated, his takes are as often as hot as they get. The ESPN analyst has made a career off his on-screen morning battles on the outlet's morning program. But we can add another thing to that list above now. Smith thinks the Buffalo Bills quarterback is the best signal caller in the AFC East. Of course, that comes on the heels of Tom Brady leaving the New England Patriots, a long overdue move in the opinion of some. But on ESPN's First Take, Smith said he's an Allen fan now. Believe it or not, I think it's going to be Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, Smith said on First Take. But Smith's praise doesn't stop there. He's a Sean McDermott fan and an even bigger supporter of Buffalo's top-tier defense. Check out what Smith had to say about Allen and the Bills on the Bills Wire with Bradley Gelber. Greg Cosell is an NFL analyst and a senior producer with NFL Films. He's the nephew of the late Howard Cosell. The younger Cosell is highly regarded by NFL insiders for his football knowledge. The NFL analyst was even seen standing next to Josh Allen for a brief time at the NFL Combine in 2018. Cosell usually mentions his impressions of Allen from that short viewing experience whenever he talks about the former Wyoming quarterback. He wrote about it in his guest spot for Peter King in today's Football Morning in America column. "I've stood right next to him, and he is a big man," Cosell said. "I stood a few feet away from him watching him throw, and I've never seen a ball come out of the hand of a passer like it does with Allen. It was otherworldly." In a podcast interview, Cosell explained to Ross Tucker that Allen's improved coordination between his hips and feet and his shoulders and arms was a big reason he was able to improve so dramatically. Allen threw for a Bills franchise record, 4,544 yards and 37 touchdowns last season. He broke 8 franchise records in total. When thinking about Allen's standing in the league, Cosell, who's been covering the NFL for more than 40 years, wrote that it reminds him of another quarterback who had all the physical tools back in the 1990s. The name that often comes up, and rightly so, when the talk is of the most physically talented quarterbacks of all time is John Elway, Cosell said. Allen is a much bigger man than Elway. Allen is the most intriguing quarterback I have watched and evaluated in all of my years at the NFL Films. It would not surprise me at all if we soon call Allen the most physically gifted quarterback in the league we have ever seen. Stay tuned. Colin Cowherd is a sports media personality who began his broadcasting career as a sports director of Las Vegas TV station KVBC and as a sports anchor on several other stations. The Buffalo Bills quarterback was included on the NFL's top 100 list, voted on by the players. He came in at number 87 after the first 30 names were revealed on the NFL Network. This is when Cowherd took issue with the ranking on his Fox Sports talk show, going so far to say he doesn't even believe that Josh Allen is a top 200 NFL player. Great players do not unravel against the best players or coaches. I would make the argument that Josh Allen isn't a top 200 player today. Pat McAfee is a sports analyst, stand-up comedian, professional wrestling color commentator, professional wrestler, and a former football punter and kickoff specialist. He's also an analyst on ESPN's College Game Day. The former punter is seeing his star rise as a TV analyst and is all about the Buffalo Bills. McAfee said after their 2-0 start, they're an absolute wagon. And for those of us who don't exactly know what that means, he stated it in a different way. The Buffalo Bills team might go on to be the greatest of all time, he said excitedly. That's what it certainly appears like here early on. Is this review coming a bit prematurely? McAfee does concede that, adding that his opinion is the result of watching just 2 games. Mind you, in those 2 games, Buffalo dismantled 2 foes by a combined score of 72-17. McAfee said of his greatest review, that's what it certainly appears like here early on. First against the Rams, then Monday night against the Titans. Those are 2 formidable foes if you look at last year's records and outcomes. And it didn't seem like the Buffalo Bills slowed down at all. McAfee also raved about the atmosphere at Highmark Stadium, saying that Bills Mafia made Orchard Park deafening. He praised the connection between Allen and wide receiver Stefon Diggs, suggested that offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey might be better than predecessor Brian Daboll, who's now the Giants head coach. And he said, Josh Allen might be better than Josh Allen was last year when we thought he couldn't get any better. Jordan Palmer is a former NFL quarterback and the current director of quarterback development for the XFL. He was drafted by the Washington Redskins in the 6th round of the 2007 NFL Draft. Palmer joined Adam Schefter's podcast to talk about the kind of player Josh Allen really is. I heard a lot of things about him with his arm talent and his size, said Palmer. He came to one of my quarterback camps as a counselor last summer. I have a camp where a lot of top high school quarterbacks come, and I have a lot of top college quarterbacks come in as counselors. His arm talent is pretty undeniable. You see it right away. But I gravitated to the idea that this kid is really from a farm. He's blue collar. We throw that term blue collar around when someone has strong work ethic. But growing up on a farm, that's the actual definition of blue collar. So when we throw that around in air quotes that someone has a blue collar mentality, for him, it's not his mentality, but rather the foundation of who he is. When it came to Allen's accuracy, Palmer said it shouldn't be as big of a concern as some people make it out to be. It's very easy to look at college football as an even playing field and say that this guy is 56% and this guy is 66%, Palmer said. But the reality is the gap between good teams and bad teams and strong programs and young programs is vastly different in college than it is in the NFL. Even last year, when the number 1 team in the NFL played the number 32 team in the league, every player on that field was an NFL player. In college, Josh didn't play with a single player on his team who was an NFL player. He didn't play against a lot of the guys who are NFL players now. When I look at the tape, 56% is pretty impressive when I factor in what his circumstances were. If you like this video, you might like Josh Allen's lifestyle video. Now, do you agree what analysts really think about Josh Allen? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.